Hi friends, happy Wednesday. Hey lovey subbies, how are you doing? It's been forever. I have missed you guys so much. Happy August while I'm at it. I didn't get to have a show on August 1st, so I hope your guys' August is going really well and you are doing fantastic. Oh my goodness. Where to begin? So if you don't know, if you didn't see my post on Instagram, I have a hurt foot. And it was in a huge, ginormous splint, and it was so super painful. So let me tell you what happened. So on Wednesday, I came home in the afternoon. Everything was fine. I had some free time, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go clean up. So I did a couple of dishes that were in the sink, nothing too big. So then I came into the doll room and I decided to start dusting and, moving stuff around and dusting it, rearranging things. So, I'm a dude. So I did a dude thing, and instead of getting on something proper to stand on to reach a higher shelf, I ended up getting on a folding chair, which I do not recommend. Ever. If you have a ladder, use a ladder. I have a ladder, but I just didn't want to drag it in and put it up in here because I'm lazy and I just, yeah. So I got on the folding chair and I made sure that I was on it nice and sturdy. And then all of a sudden, I go to dust something and I lose my balance and I freak out because I don't want to fall and break anything. I don't want to hit my head. I don't want to crush any of my girls. And I just don't want anything to break. So I end up pulling myself the other way so I won't fall. So I end up slipping off of the chair and I fall down really hard on my left foot and it kind of twists. And I was like, that really hurt because like a sharp pain went through my foot and it did hurt. But I wasn't really, thinking about it because I thought, oh, it's probably nothing because it probably just hurts because I landed on it wrong. So I was happy nothing broke. I didn't fall and hit my head or anything like that. And I just went about my day. And then it didn't hurt at first. Nothing was going on. I just felt that initial little bit of pain. And then towards the night, it started to throb a little bit. But I wasn't really concerned about it because way back many centuries ago, when I was just a young fella, I played football. And so when I would play football sometimes, I would hurt the same foot and the same thing would happen. And, it would hurt for a little bit. I put some ice on it and then it was all done and I just didn't worry about it. So I figured it was the same thing. I forget that I'm much older now and maybe it might not be the same thing. So I go to bed and I wake up the next day and I am in the most excruciating pain I've ever been in. Okay, maybe not because I've had a kidney stone and that is crazy and so insane and so painful, but it's super painful. And I look at my foot and my foot is swollen like a huge old giant meatloaf. And my toes are sausages. So it's super swollen and it's so painful to the touch. And it's freaking me out. So anyway, I end up going to the emergency because I can't take the pain. And so the doctor there, he checks it out. He asks me what happened. I tell him what happens and he kind of giggles. We giggled together. We laughed because it was silly. I don't know why I stood up on a folding chair. But anyway, so he looks at it and he says, well, it looks super swollen. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you some x-rays. So he gives me the x-rays. He gets them back and he tells me that he can't see anything, that he can't see any broken bones. He says, maybe I did a little bit of a sprain and he doesn't see anything. But what they're going to do is make me an appointment with the podiatrist. So, he's the foot guy. He could check it out because maybe I have a little small fracture or a broken bone that they just can't see. So he says, we're going to put it in a splint. So I'm thinking they're going to wrap it in, what do you call that stuff? You guys know that stuff that looks like tape, but it's brown. I can never figure out what they call it. Ace bandage, right? So I'm thinking he's going to put it in that. So anyway, I end up going, and they put me in this huge old splint. It looked like a cast. It was so huge, and it stopped the pain, which I was happy, I guess, because they made it steady and it was all tight and everything in there. So that was super, super cool. So then he said, what you need to do is stay off of it, keep it elevated, keep it up, and put ice packs on it. Well, I'm not supposed to get the splint wet, so putting ice packs on it was crazy, but it was helpful. So I put my feet up really high and I laid down, and I did nothing except for, my mom let me borrow her knee scooter, her knee rover, because she had broken her leg a couple of years back. And so she had to get that to move around because she didn't want to use crutches. And I don't blame her. Those things look painful. And so she was kind of freaked out because she was like, oh man, I hope your leg's not broken, because that's not fun. And you have to wear that thing forever. I think she wore hers for about 6 weeks and it wasn't fun for her. So I was just really freaked out about that. So I used the rover to get around so I wouldn't step on my left foot or cause any more pain to it. And I just kept my feet up, and I noticed my toes weren't hurting. They had gone down. It was still throbbing, but not like fiery throbbing, all crazy and all that. So I was getting excited because I was like, well, this is working. The ice and keeping it up is really, really great. I'm hoping I don't have anything broken, because if they couldn't see anything, maybe that's an excellent, great sign. So I ended up going to the podiatrist, and I went on, what day did I go? I can't even remember. We go in, he takes the thing off, he has a look at it. My foot's completely shrunk back down to size as it normally was. It does have a little bit of, what do you call that? Of swelling still, but not a ton at all, not like it was. And it's still a little bit painful to the touch. But he x-rays it again. He looks at it. He's like, we can't find anything. There's nothing on it. He goes, maybe you just bruised it a little bit. He goes, and that's what I think it is. I think it's just a bruise. And I told him, yeah, because I can move it and wiggle my toes and do all that. I still can't walk on it right. And it's still kind of painful, but, he touched around it. He said, he asked me if certain areas hurt that were hurting me before, and they weren't. So he said to just keep an eye on it, keep icing it, keep putting it up. And if anything happens, if it, gets more swollen or the pain comes back, definitely see him again. But he can't find anything, so he thinks it's good. So that is it. So now I feel much better. Yesterday was the first day I've been out anywhere. I did use a wheelchair because I still was not ready to walk on my feet. And I went to Target and Walmart. I had to get out of here. And so that was fun. But I'm doing much better now. I have the foot laying out here. I have it just free, doing its thing. It's still kind of painful, but it's fine. And I'm so happy to be back on here with you guys. I thought I'd make this video and just explain to y'all what happened. Okay, word of advice, don't stand on folding chairs. Get a chair that's sturdy. And be careful whenever you're doing anything that's high up. And, yeah, just be careful out there and don't break anything. Have any of you ever had anything broken? I've never had a broken bone in my life. I've had a sprain before, but that was nothing. And, I'm super, super shocked that I've never had anything broken, because I was pretty rough and tumble growing up. But, yeah, so I thought, oh, great, now that I'm this old, I'm going to have a broken leg. But thanks to God, I do not have one. And I am so happy that I don't. I hope I don't have this kind of foot injury again, because it was painful, and I'm happy that it wasn't super, super serious. But I am back. I will be back on tomorrow for another show on Friday, and then I will be back next week. So thank you guys so much for all your well wishes. Thank you for all your love and support, because I needed it. I was so going insane. And having a broken, not a broken bone, but having to go through things that are painful and inconvenient kind of mess up everything. Oh my goodness. But I hope you guys have been okay. You had a great past weekend. Your week's been great this week, and you are staying safe and keeping your dancing feet, your legs in good condition. Don't be afraid to drag in that ladder from the garage if you need it. I'm telling you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I've missed you all so much. I am so happy to be back. It feels so funny, and odd to make a video. But yeah, that's why I had not made videos, because I couldn't film anything, and I was in pain, and I just had a lot of doctor stuff going on, so that's why I had not posted in forever. But there you guys go. You're caught up. Everything is fine. It's going good. I'm feeling fine. So thank you so much once again. And remember to love your family, love your friends, but most importantly, love yourself. Be kind, stay positive, and until we meet again in this sometimes crazy things happen world, you guys have a magical day, and I will see you tomorrow for Friday's show. Bye bye, guys. Mwah.